So, welcome to Magick Bringers Rising for the week of September 11th through the 17th. This new moon week marks an incredible period where we are stepping into the doorway of what is going to lead to a whole new world. But find out more and stay tuned for my big announcement after these messages. Welcome to Magick Bringers Rising Chats, the show by Super Secret Powers. I'm your host, Lindsay Baldessano, and let's get ready for a dose of energy healing, channeled guidance, and humor to keep your intuitive flow open and your roots grounded so you can lead the life of healing, spiritual purpose, and magic that you want. So before we jump into today's very juicy topic of the new moon week and the doorway with the eclipses and all that beautiful stuff, I want to tell you I am so very excited. We are opening the doors for the first time to the public for our new spiritual membership called the Queen of Your Inner Realms Circle. And this is for wild, witchy, intuitive women who are tired of just joining groups to be involved in all sorts of busy work that doesn't necessarily really fit their spiritual life, who are tired of feeling like they fell behind in all the coursework and all the stuff going on in groups, and who are really just seeking to have the time and space with other beautiful, like-minded women who really just want to have their own space to explore themselves and to learn more about their intuitive abilities and to grow in the confidence to say that you are the queen of your inner realms. Whether you are intuitive or empathic or psychic, we welcome you and we cannot wait to see what magic comes forward this round. It's going to be amazing. But so if you want to howl at the moon while drawing down the moon, if you want to sling some cards once a month with your new besties, and if you want to just gather with beautiful souls and have like deep conversations and go there because it's not too out there, then this is the place for you. And we're adding some new things as we like to do them as well. So my friend Andrea is leading a morning meditation session in its own chat channel. So it's just right there on your phone and you can participate. That's starting on October 1st in our paid group. And plus you have access to a membership vault. Right? It's like the Akashic library of being intuitive and being empathic. So you'll have access to the Trust Your Intuition course, the Unfuck Your Empathy course, a light language, sound bath, and meditation vault in and of itself, plus the call recordings, plus the rituals that we're going to do for, of course, the Sabbats and all that. And it's just $44 a month. $44 a month, right? So that's tickets to both, if you want to think of it this way. It's tickets to a guaranteed full moon ritual, new moon ritual, plus a gathering, plus all your Sabbats, right? To have this virtual community of women who are, based in goddess stuff, who are really seeking to get to know themselves and to learn from others and how their energy works and how their own abilities work in this beautiful space where we can share and practice together. You can practice your cards or your intuitive or your intuitive tools like runes or pendulums. And you can practice so many other things. There's even a Discover Your Authentic meditation workshop that comes with this, where it really teaches you to use how you are already meditating to really begin to build upon a meditation practice that's probably been eluding you, because everybody's just like, just sit there and try not to think thoughts. But that's not how it works for everyone. And in fact, that's probably one of the hardest forms of meditation to learn from the start. So this is really for all levels, but we do have a lot of materials for the beginner. And as a new thing, again, another new thing, for this round, we are also doing a 3-day clearing session to help you get your system detoxed and ready and cleared out, especially in time for the upcoming eclipse season, so that you can accept your expansion with more ease, so that you can smooth out this awakening process. And I'm putting together a guided self-activation for intuition with some light language and some just beautiful like journey tips along the way, so that you can really choose and claim this becoming for yourself. Just $44 a month. And there's other payment options too. So this is an intimate space. It is application only, so you can't just join. The link for the sales page for this has the link for the application right on it. It is pagan based. It is not Christian based. And there is a 3-month commitment, just so you can really start to work on your energy, and you can, really get the clearing sessions in. You can really start to develop some things for yourself, because 3 months is a really good time to really kind of turn around your own energy and to maybe begin to establish some new boundaries, right? Because this is for empaths, this is for intuitives, this is for people who need to learn how to work on their boundaries, who need to learn how to be in mission and be on purpose with the abilities they have, and to start embodying more their beautiful multidimensional soul. All right, so if you're kind of on the fence about this, we do have a new moon virtual ritual coming up this Wednesday. So there's a link for that also in the show notes, either above or below this. So you can sign up for that for free. And we'll talk a little bit more about this. You'll get to see me and Andrea in action, because we love this ritual stuff. We love this gathering kind of stuff. It has been a huge year of community for both of us, community and partnership, and just growing and blossoming. So I hope to see you in the Queen of Your Inner Realms membership, and I hope to see you at the New Moon Ritual. Now, on to this new moon week. So don't mind if my house is a little noisy today. We have the grandkids over, and I had to just pop in here and do all of my recording for this afternoon and this week ahead. So, yeah, that. But this new moon week is going to be an absolutely gorgeous time. And as I said in the intro, this is kind of like a doorway into something new, into something we've kind of, I think, really been waiting for. This whole year. This whole year has made us kind of go step by step, deeper and deeper into who we are and what we want, and our authenticity, and even our mission, right? Even if you haven't had too many big revelations yet this year about your mission and how to step forward as your beautiful multidimensional self in this world, don't worry. There is a lot of energy to come just in this next 2 months, right? Yeah, 2 months. More like 2.5 months. But so we start off with a little bit of sun energy on Monday, which is just beautiful. Just remember to stay in your adaptability. Ground if you need to, rest if you need to. These are some more probably sun healing codes coming through. This probably isn't just, a regular sunny day. And I say that because we're all churned up. right? We've had earthquakes. We have a huge hurricane here on the east coast of North America. Lots of stuff is happening, right? We had a whole bunch of solar flares last week, and they all brought healing codes. I expect kind of like an intensification, but I don't necessarily mean like, oh, we're all going to have headaches and we're all going to be fatigued. Because this week I think can bring a lot of clarity. All right, then Tuesday we have Mercury, which is just going to kind of open us back up to some new horizons. But we have more Mercury action at the end of the week that will have everybody dancing and cheering. Wednesday is a big day. Wednesday we have the Sun and Jupiter doing a whole thing. We have a cosmic kite and a cosmic rectangle doing a thing, or a yacht even. It's really like it's going to set the tone for the rest of the week, this Wednesday midweek, so that as we're going into Friday and over the weekend, it's going to feel like a slowdown. That doesn't mean the pressure is going to let off. It just means we might be able to catch our breath. We might be able to start making a different kind of headway into very practical things, very let's get ourselves set up kind of things. So then on Thursday, we have new moon. Pluto is doing a thing. We have a sun trining Uranus. I would expect some pleasant surprises. I would expect some deep kind of shifts coming in. So even if it feels a little rocky, remember we're all heading toward our own becomings. We're all heading toward, really who we need to be in this authentic expression of our multidimensional selves. So it might feel like a sideways shift or like a diagonal shift, but it isn't necessarily like everything's all coming up at once. It might just feel very expansive. And then Friday, we have Mercury going direct. Oh, yay. No. It's stirred up some stuff here, but it hasn't nearly been the kind of Mercury retrograde for me and my household that have like taken us down and delayed everything. In fact, things have gotten done. We've been on top of things, and so things have continued to get done. There's a little bit of communication issues that we probably still have to work out because I feel like we're all making plans and double booking. But if that's the worst of it, woohoo. And then we have the kite returning to prominence in the skies on Sunday, and we have a little bit of Venus stuff. And Saturday is just like, it's still that mix up. We got the kite, we got Mercury direct, we got, all these things that are still causing us to go deeper, but also kind of settle in a bit. So that kite and Venus on Sunday is really going to, I think really just be an uplifting, beautiful kind of thing. But this week, my loves, this week we begin the pre-shadow phase, at least in my opinion. A lot of people only give this 2 weeks. I give this a whole month, the whole month. So pre-shadow for eclipse season. So on October 15th, the eclipse season starts with an annular solar eclipse in Libra. And then we end that 6 weeks later, with the full moon eclipse in Taurus. Yeah. But it's eclipse season. I mean, it's a time of transformation. It's a time of big change-ups. At least it can be. It can be very alchemizing as we turn a lot of these patterns that come up and these disrupts that come up into a little bit of personal gold, right? So we have to kind of stay in our mindset that This is just adding a little flavor to what we do. This isn't like going to be totally stopping us. It isn't the stop sign from Soul. This is the how can I grow through this sign from Soul. But that first eclipse, the annular solar new moon eclipse in Libra, that's going to be some pretty good juice. And I could find very few downsides to this coming eclipse season. Other than, okay, maybe a little chaotic, just that normal kind of stuff that you see when the collective is being hit by a lot of stuff all at once. People are a little frazzled. They're a little like, oh no. They're a little lost in time because, they don't necessarily practice with the tools of grounding and centering and source tapping in and getting a little bit above the din. All right. But I see this as a huge progression. It's a mission awakening kind of energy, not just for the first eclipse, but from the October eclipse all the way until the April eclipse, which is the Great North American Eclipse. And in fact, the October eclipse and the Great North American Eclipse are going to, the pathways that they take across North America are actually going to form a very large X. I mean, granted, like 6 months from each other, but still. It's just interesting that, like, when these two eclipses happen for North America, from North American viewing, that they are actually crossing paths, and the X is kind of centered in South Texas. So yes, Reverend Mother Mary Catherine, South Texas is like the epicenter of eclipsy stuff for the next 6 months. Take that as you will. So we're kind of going from self with the Libra energy of the October eclipse. Then, there we go. We're going a little bit back out to household, to community, to family friend groups, as we come into the new moon. As we come into the full moon eclipse in November, because that's in Taurus. And then in 2024, we're kind of wrapping back around to Aries with the Great North American Eclipse. And it's just like big system innovation. And there's some chaos around that, but we'll explore that as time gets closer, because there's no point in worrying about any more huge disruptions or anything like that now, because we might not know what sparks it now. And of course, be aware that we're also still continuing to go through Pluto's big shift. It already popped once into Aquarius and then went back to Capricorn. And it will come back into Aquarius on January 20th of next year to September 1st. So we're spending that huge eclipse for North America and then most of the year with Pluto in Aquarius. So it's like that new age, that energy of how are we releasing what's in shadow for North America? And how are we going to look forward to supporting the masses? And, having the people become the focus once again in a election year. Or at least, yeah, I'm fine. Or as we're gearing up for this huge North American election, the next election. Ugh. And so much stuff has to happen. So much stuff has to happen. So yeah, we're going to be living through some historical times again. I think with a little bit more grace. Well, that's my hope anyway. But next week is going to be a little bit more of a watery week, a little bit more of deep depths again. This is why, like, this is the doorway into eclipse season because we have Neptune at its closest. We have the Sun doing a trine with Pluto, which is more generational healing, more soul depth stuff. And we have the kite and we have the rectangle back. So it's going to be like a really good 2 weeks, I think. Even if it's a little chaotic, even if we have to push a little bit to get grounded and to find our center, it's okay. That is part of the process. You know, not every day we wake up can be the easiest day. That doesn't mean we aren't going to grow. It doesn't mean great things aren't coming for us, because with some of these energies, it's like, a lot of things can really come together if we're being, inner honesty and inner authenticity. And we're coming at this from life and your choices from a whole, holistic, much more aligned, much more able to bring in what you really need manifestation wise kind of way. All right. On to light language. So, welcome to the light language portion of this week's video. And yeah, if you don't know what light language is, do not worry about it. You do not need to know right now. But I do have a blog article. There's a link in the show notes that you can go check out to find out more about what light language is. All I need for you to do right now is take a couple deep breaths. And relax your body. And enjoy. It might be best if you kind of open your heart, open your third eye and your ears a bit, maybe your crown as you can. But again, not completely necessary. This is just a healing. And so trust when you feel resonance, trust when you feel things moving and shaking, because I'm just going to tap into the collective and help smooth out some energies so that we can really experience the big potential behind these next coming 2 weeks. I kind of already feel it coming. I was doing a little bit before I even came on. But just relax, enjoy. You can close your eyes even. It doesn't matter. If I speak in non-English, if I speak in gibberish, it's okay. Just let it pass through your awareness and take what you can from it. we ask you to open your hearts, to allow this to open your heart. There is a ripple, a thread of excitement coming through the cosmos and the dimensions. And this excitement will lead you toward the change you most need, the change you have been longing for, the change that you can begin to put faith in to build your foundations up again. And just be well within that sense of excitement and try and tap back into this sense of excitement. Whenever you need to. Let this be a season and a time when you can easily explore being spontaneous, of rising to meet the ground beneath your feet as it comes to meet you, of having a sense of the greater vitality and workings of the universe around you as something you can trust, as something you can once more put faith in. Of sensing your own natural flow as you are meeting the world around you, beyond your expectations, thoughts of what the form might be like, all of the little detailed plans you've made. There is greater change coming that will seem surprising and spontaneous, even though these changes, these shifts, have been building for you for a longer period of time. And we bring soothing for the lower nervous centers. You do not need to feel nervous of these changes. Instead, almost a sense of feeling, quote unquote, light on your feet. Enjoy this feeling for as long as you can. And we thank you for showing up for yourself and for your own becoming. We thank you for showing up to meet us. We thank you for showing up for the collective and for your planet and for the harmony of the cosmos around us, connecting us, the basest part of each of us. I have a feeling that's going to go for a while. But thank you all for tuning in to Magick Bringers Rising for this week. And please don't forget to check out the show notes for all the links, for the link to the application for the Queen of Your Inner Realms, for the link to the virtual new moon ritual we're doing this Wednesday. And yeah, don't forget to like, follow, share this video and our channel, Super Secret Powers, to anybody who seems like they might need this uplifting message, and to all your other witchy light worker friends out there. And love you. Brightest blessings this week. And don't forget to tune in on Wednesday for our Living with Intuition chat with me and my friend Andrea. want.